Welcome, Libra, to your April 2021 reading. Thanks for tuning in. If this is the first time you've tuned into my channel, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So just click the subscribe button if you haven't before and ask your question in the comments below. Now, this month, I'm really loving your reading, but there is a definite theme here to do with money. Money issues, your business, finances, a lot of pentacle cards here in your reading. Now, you start out the month with the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is a very practical person, very business-minded, someone who's really good at being able to provide security and someone who's able to bring some practical solutions and also bring personal power to any situation. So you sorry guys, I've lost my voice a little bit this morning, so please forgive me for my huskiness. But you've got this energy around you. Now, whether this is a person, this is an earth sign around you, this particular card I read as a Taurus, but because this is a general reading, this can be any earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo around you. But I feel like this person is coming in to bring a lot of stability to your financial life. And if you don't have a particular person like this around you, you are being asked to take on these qualities yourself and to really push through any barriers you are having when it comes to business or business related issues or just your finances in general, because I see finances to be quite good for you. Really, you've got 4 pentacle cards out of the 8, so there's definitely stuff here financially for you in April. Now, you've got the 7 of Pentacles as well. And this is a card that talks about creating something that you can be proud of. So I'm feeling like some of you are at the precipice of starting a new business. You might be thinking about it. You might be just in the process of doing it. And when you get the 7 of Pentacles, it really says to persevere with your ideas. They're going to be successful. Hold true to your vision and what you want to achieve and be patient about it, because rushing in where angels fear to tread is not the way to go when you're sort of trying to set up a new business or go into a new career or anything like that. Plan ahead and as I said, have perseverance. Don't give up. Have attention to detail and make sure that you're doing everything correctly and in the right steps as well. You can see the little figure on the second card on the left at the top there has got many legs. So, just make sure you're stepping in the right direction when it comes to this new position. But this leads into the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like once you have put all that groundwork in and you've organized yourself and put in the planning, things are going to happen quite quickly for you. Things are really going to be moving fast. That energy of the Knight of Wands there is quite strong, quite fast. This is somebody who has got a lot of passion as well. And someone who's really learning to control the chaos that's going on around them. So, this card it's interesting. It's right above the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is this card that talks about juggling things, juggling money quite often, sort of really having to balance things out a little bit, also having to make choices. So I feel like with that Knight of Wands, once you've put all this planning in and you're ready to go, things are going to happen very, very quickly for you. And yeah, it can be quite chaotic, this energy, because it's so fast moving. But I feel like you're under control here. You're quite good at juggling many things at once. Now, you've got the Page of Swords there. Now, this could be an air sign, an Aquarian, a Libran like yourself, or a Gemini. I would normally read this card as an Aquarian, but what the Page of Swords talks about are messages coming through that are quite useful, messages. All pages are messages or messengers, I like to say, and this page is no different. This one is information that's quite useful to you regarding, I feel like this could be regarding your business, but it could also be regarding your relationships. It can sometimes talk about temporary delays. So things that you had been planning could be slowed down just a little bit, or some change. You might need to be required to make a few little changes to your plans, but it's only temporary. And this kind of information isn't that, because it's swords, it's not that sort of information that's delicately handed to you. It kind of can come in quite swiftly and be quite abrupt information, but it doesn't mean that this information isn't useful for you. So just pay attention for some quite useful information that's going to be coming through for you. And it's going to be quite brilliant information as well. So it's very, very beneficial and helpful. And if this message is coming in from someone that you love, just make sure that you don't shoot the messenger. It's kind of that kind of energy when you get that that Ace of Pentacles. That Ace. Oh my goodness, the Page of Swords. I do apologize for that. Now, this can also talk about legal documents, or something that you might be, because particularly if you're entering into a business or you're moving home or something like that, these could be just legal documents that you may be required to sign or to read through. So they're messages, again, that are coming through. Nothing lovey-dovey, but they're practical, helpful stuff. Now, also, just as a side note for some of you, so this is a general reading, take what resonates. There could be some constructive criticism coming through for you in April that perhaps isn't served in the sweetest, most gentlest of ways, but somebody is coming in to maybe sort of say, hey, look at this instead of that, or you're doing this, but you really could be doing it like that. So don't be too upset by it. And also, for some of you, this could even be gossip. But I'm not seeing the gossiping card around you as well. So that could just be a few of you. I'm not seeing a lot of people around you here gossiping. So it's that message isn't for everyone. Now, you've got here the Hangman as well. Now, the Hangman is one of those cards that can talk about feeling like you are in suspended animation. But what this card also talks about is looking at things from different perspectives. And any pauses that you are going through in April, anything that is slowing you down and making you feel like you're not progressing, this is really important. This is very timely that this is happening to you. You are really needing to look at things differently, and you're being asked to do that as well, because there's something that you're going to notice or you're going to see just by looking at it from a different angle. Now, you've got the Four of Pentacles here as well. Now, the Four of Pentacles is an interesting card. This is a card of duality. And you can see in this particular image, it's like a mirror image of this little village, this little home. But you've got the princess looking out of the tower in one end, and then right below her, it's not quite a mirrored image, it's a figure with a dice's head, a head for a dice. And this card can talk about either hanging on to your money really tightly, sometimes when you don't really need to, and it can also talk about spending money frivolously and wasting it. So be careful you're not gambling your money away on something that is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. But don't hang on to it so tightly that you are not enjoying your life either. It's quite this balancing act, and I kind of feel like it's again right next to that Two of Pentacles, and this is that card of juggling and balancing. So I feel that for you, money and how you're spending it is going to be quite a focus for you in April. But the Two of Pentacles, just going to that card now, this card talks about having to make some choices as well. Choices about money. Now, I don't know what's going on in April, but I just did a whole heap of readings for some friends of mine last night, and the amount of twos that were coming out, I think this is an overall energy for April for many signs where we are juggling things. We are being asked to make some significant decisions. And I feel for Librans in April, this does have to do with money and how you spend it and how it is going in and out of your life. There's some definite choices. And this then flows on to the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card, it does talk about that beautiful, wonderful, loving relationship. And a few of you could be involved in a new relationship with an air sign or an earth sign, or a deep connection with one of those signs. If you're already in a relationship, this is like a deepening of that whole situation, a deepening of your love connection. But this card can talk about choices as well. And the fact that it's right beside that Two of Pentacles, which is requiring you to make a choice, this could also be the same kind of energy for you. It's choices, really deep moral choices for a lot of you as well, to get really deep. But this does talk about sacred or profane love. It's just such a beautiful, wonderful card. And if you're not in a relationship and you're not interested in being involved in a relationship, this is talking about self-love as well. And I just looked down at your final card there, Cherishing Self, and this is often very important for you Libra, to put a lot of focus on yourself and put yourself as the center of attention in April, and really cherish yourself and love yourself. But again, some messages that are coming through with that Lover's card. It's like a choice is being offered to you that can change everything in April. This is or certainly change a situation that you perhaps had been planning, but you really asked to listen to your heart's guidance and follow the path of love. So rather than using your intellect in this situation, really focus on what your heart is telling you to do if you are being faced with a significant choice. And because it's a major arcana card, I feel that this is definitely a significant choice. It could have something to do with business just because you've got so many pentacle cards here. Business or your day-to-day life, your home, mundane kind of physical stuff. It really is quite a powerful card. And I feel like it's definitely, make sure you, if a lot of you are going to be faced with this decision about which direction to go in, and you really need to use your feelings and your emotions in this choice. Now, just for some of you as well, I think I mentioned you may very well be entering into a new relationship with that air sign or that earth sign, or there's certainly some deeper emotional things going on there for you. Now, your final card, which I did touch on before, is Cherishing Self. And, I think this is kind of pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to read the meaning from the book because I just love the words. So the mantra for this card, or the affirmation for this, is I accept and love myself. And the meaning of this card is there are times to put your own needs above the needs and expectations of others. Put yourself first today. Buy yourself roses, invite yourself out to a sumptuous dinner, or buy that special gift for yourself that you've been putting off. Treat yourself the way you would treat an honored guest. The universe wants you to know, be your own advocate. Spend time cherishing yourself kindly and gently. Focus on what is wondrous and remarkable about you. When you truly care for yourself, you are able to care for others even more and make a difference in their lives. It's difficult to give when your cup is only half full. But when your cup is overflowing, you have more than enough to offer others. In the same way that a flight attendant tells you to put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others with theirs in an emergency, cherish yourself first, and then others will benefit even more. That is so significant for you, I'm feeling. There is this quite intense, fast-moving energy with that Knight of Wands here for you. And a lot of juggling, a lot of things happening, a lot of movement, a lot of decisions. And that can make you feel quite worn out, Libra. So do take that message from that Cherishing Self card and put the focus on you in April for a change, rather than focusing on everybody else. So I hope that resonated with you. I hope you take me up on my offer of a free mini reading if you're new to my channel. Also, if you're into jewelry, I've got some crystal jewelry that I sell on my website, kazana.com.au. These are all one-off pieces designed and made in Australia by an Australian designer. So check those out as well if you're into crystal jewelry. The meanings of all of the crystals are on that website as well. So have a great month, beautiful Librans, and hopefully see you next month. Bye.